All right, Guru Nation, I'm at one of the clinics today. I wanted to do a video on interim monitoring visit, and I've been helping one of our students do a module. And one of the common themes from this module was, hey, what do you do at your first interim monitoring visit? And this is something that I think comes up a lot in interview questions as well. What with the first interim monitoring visit. So here's what's unique about the first interim monitoring visit, besides the fact that it's first. Okay, at the SIV, if you recall from the book or just the fundamentals, like that 5-hour video I did, at the SIV it's all about training the staff. It's very unlikely that all the staff attends the SIV. So usually, I would say 90% of the time, one of the open action items from an SIV, site initiation visit, is for the staff that wasn't there to get trained on the most recently updated protocol. So at the IMV, one of the first things I would look at is, okay, did this training occur? And if not, okay, make sure that those people who have not been trained on the protocol are not doing anything, have not done anything yet for the study, especially if it's anything revolving around informed consents. So that's one of the first things I'll look at, is the open action items from the SIV, primarily training. You assume that the site has the IRB approval already. Then immediately after this training, and looking at the people on the delegation log to make sure all of them have been trained, and if not, hopefully they're not doing anything, they're not actually doing any assessments on the study. Another thing you want to look at immediately is the informed consent forms. Okay, are they the most recently approved versions of the informed consents? Are they being done properly? Are all the pages there? Are the patients signing and dating properly? Is it the same date that the PI or whomever's doing the informed consent with them? Is it the first thing that's done for the patient? The ICF must be done before anything else. I would look at the ICFs for any screened patients, and then you start looking at inclusion-exclusion criteria. Are the patients who have been randomized, because it's most likely your first IMV, you're going to go after somebody's been randomized. So have those patients that have been randomized, have they been appropriately randomized? Do they meet the inclusion-exclusion criteria? Who did the assessments? Where are the assessments? Can you confirm that the IEE criteria matches? All those things are definitely what I would be looking at. Finally, are the assessments done in correct order? And then finally, the investigational product, has it been dispensed properly? And look at some compliance, some of the early compliance. You should probably, by the time you go for your first IMV, the patients who have been randomized should have probably had numerous visits since randomization, maybe a few. Check for IP compliance and check that the site is actually documenting the IP compliance properly. Yes, that means actually counting, the investigational product in the case of pills or syringes or whatever the case may be. You actually doing, as the CRA, the IP accountability and confirming. Don't just believe what's on the paper. Always confirm. Especially with IP accountability, there are several things to cross-reference each other. There's the actual IP itself, so physically counting the inventory returned by the subjects, if available. There are the clinic notes from the doctor or the clinician, and there are the IP logs, both the master log and the individual patient log, as well as the IWRS printout. So there's a lot of things to cross-reference one another. These are the main things I would focus on at the IMV. Of course, you're going to do regulatory and all those kind of things, but you already are doing regulatory if you're looking at training log and if you're looking at delegation log and IRB approval and things like that. So those are the most important things to do at your first IMV. Trying to keep these videos bite-sized for you. Let me know what you think. Good luck, guys. Take care.